Well, yeah, taking spring skiing to a whole another level this year, obviously. This morning, we're off to a very mild start. You'll notice that when you head out the door. In fact, it's 54 right now in Tooele. Flip those numbers around, 45 in Salt Lake. Just below freezing in Park City at 31, upper 30s in Moab, 49 in St. George. It's so warm because we're getting some wind out of the south ahead of an approaching storm that's already brought a few light showers over western Utah, but those will become a lot more likely later in the day. And widespread south winds are expected. It's going to be breezy statewide, but the strongest winds will be over the western half of the state, possibly gusting to 55 miles per hour. They'll die down by 9 p.m., but still between noon and then it could make travel difficult on east-west oriented roads, in particular places like Interstate 80. Now that wind out of the south is going to help the temperature in Salt Lake climb all the way up to 58 degrees this afternoon, back up to average for this time of year. On top of that, it'll become partly cloudy for a while, so aside from the strong winds, it's going to look and feel pretty mild. But again, that's the warm-up ahead of the next storm that's making its way onshore. That's going to send a cold front into Utah late today, and ahead of it, we'll get some showers developing possibly this afternoon. They'll be more likely this evening, along with the potential of isolated thunderstorms, initially northern and western Utah, and that might impact the drive home. And then overnight, that precipitation becomes more widespread, becomes a rain-snow mix in the valleys. By tomorrow, it'll be even more widespread, change over entirely to snow at times, and then taper off by late in the day Thursday, even though into Friday we could have more snow lingering in the northern mountains with a foot or two possible by then. Most of these totals will be as of Thursday evening. There could be more than a foot in the southern mountains, a couple inches in some of the valleys, as well as the benches. Wasatch back could get several inches of snow. Not a repeat of some of the big storms we've had lately, but plan ahead for that. Even in St. George, you get a chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, but by Friday you'll be drying out and you'll briefly warm up near 70 by the end of the weekend and then cool off with some wet weather by early next week. And in northern Utah, we'll get the rain and snow changing to snow tomorrow. Some of the showers linger into Friday morning. We'll get a break on Saturday, partly cloudy, but more wet weather moves in by the early part of next week.